Alright guys, how you doing? Um, I wanted to do a follow-up video on the Cpap experience video. Now that I'm about like 5 to 6 months in with Cpap therapy. By video on my Cpap experience, it's doing very well. I mean, I think it's hitting close to 1,000 views, so that shows me that people are actively seeking answers and checking things out and getting information. So, it's my duty as a sleep apnea diagnosis person to continue with what I deal with and the progression, and just do a follow-up video on that, just so people can learn, people can get tips. And before I was diagnosed, I knew I had it, but I was desperately looking for answers and trying to alleviate some of the symptoms I was having, because they were getting pretty bad. And what I wanted to do a little bit more of a information-based update video about it, so I can just give as much information as I can, and you guys can just to decide what's best for you and what path you need to take. Like I said in the previous one, get diagnosed. That's the first thing you got to do, because you can't get treatment really until you're diagnosed. I mean, you could go get a Cpap machine off of Craigslist or something like that, but you need to know pressure. You need your doctor to figure out what pressure you need to be, and talk to your doctor and figure out what the best source of action to take. And it's important. It's important to get the sleep study. It's important to do all that stuff. Maybe even multiple sleep studies is required. For me, it was one. And so I was prescribed a ResMed AirSense 10 CPAP machine, and I use a nasal mask, which, now that I've used the nasal mask, it's not a full face mask, it's just the nasal mask that comes over here. I still like the nasal mask, but I think lately I've been breathing out of my mouth a little bit, because you can get data uploaded from your Cpap machine onto resmed.com, and you can look at your different data, your how many episodes an hour that you have. I don't think that's as accurate as it could be, but the leakage, if you're leaking, it can give an account of if you're leaking too much, and it goes by numbers and scores and stuff. So that's a good thing, just to kind of check to see where you're at. And I usually check that almost every day. So whereas my diagnosis was upwards of 50 episodes an hour, which is a lot, the data now tells me it's 1 an hour, which I think it's CPAP is significantly reduced my events per hour. But I think it's more than 1. But I mean, I can't really say, because I don't watch myself sleep. So started the CPAP therapy, and within a couple of days, it was like, for some people the energy doesn't happen. For me, it did. I got my boost of energy back, and it began to reduce all my symptoms that I was having. I was having palpitations, anxiety issues. I was having multiple energy issues, fatigue issues, heart rhythm issues. You know what I mean? My heart went into AFib for a few hours once, and that was very scary. I had to go to the hospital. I mean, so yeah, I was having a bunch of crazy symptoms all out of the blue, and this all happened within 1 year. 1 year. Went from just kind of snore. I felt like I was just a snorer. My girlfriend was like, "Oh, you snore?" I snore. Okay, whatever. To seriously having issues. So get the CPAP therapy, and I use it. I use it every night. And it's helped me. I mean, it's a pain in the butt sometimes, I'm not going to lie. I mean, some people can use the mask, some people can't. If you're prescribed it, use it. I mean, it's going to take time to get adjusted. And again, there's some people out there that just simply refuse to use it, and those people are going to have shorter lifespans. I mean, that's just the reality of it. You're not going to live as long as if you don't treat your CPAP or treat your sleep apnea. I mean, that's just the reality. And I refuse to go down without a fight per se. And CPAP therapy has helped me immensely. And if you think you have it, do something about it. Get started with CPAP therapy. Try different masks. If one mask is not working, there's tons of masks out there. So you're going to have to do work. It's not going to be just, get diagnosed, try some therapy. I mean, this takes work. It takes a lot of work. And again, some nights are better than others for me. I have good nights. If I have a good night, the energy that I have the next day is like second to none. I feel it. I'm like, oh my God, last night was a great night's sleep. Works fine, energy, and the mood that you're in. And if you have a bad night, you feel it the next day. You're like, man, I had a bad night. Even with the mask on, using the mask every night. Now they're not as bad as they used to be, on a scale of 1 to 10, where before no therapy was a 1, I'm up to a 7 and an 8. You know what I mean? Sometimes, but it's work. It's work. You have to put water in your machine every single night. You have to clean your machine. You have to update your equipment. Your nose, your pillows. Each pillow that you get only lasts about a month, and then it starts to wear. And it starts to weaken, and you have to put in a new one. And you can feel when the new one goes on, you can feel how much better you're back to being fresh. The headgear needs to be changed 3 to 6 months. The Velcro pieces that I use begins to wear out. You gotta, I had the one I just ordered is a lot better than the first one I got. So I think this one's going to last quite a while, which is good. I think they update the technology and equipment. It's always being updated. The technology is always better. And, you have to do work with this. You can't just leave it undiagnosed and leave it untreated. It will kill you. It'll ruin your life. Some people have it worse than others. Some people have mild sleep apnea. They're just a little tired during the day, but it's not that bad. Those people can kind of live with it, but then you've got severe where the symptoms are almost too hard to bear, and that's when you need therapy. Absolutely. So yeah, I clean my machine every week. I have to put water in it. I have to adjust things. I actually adjusted my own pressure for the first time in 6 months. Wanted to try a different pressure. Was kind of feeling a little tired. I watch what I do every day. I listen to my body, what my body tells me, and I upped my pressure. One point, my pressure was 11. I upped it to 12. Just to kind of see if it would help a little bit more. I think it did. But do something about your sleep apnea if you have it. You have to. If you have severe sleep apnea, it's going to kill you. Your lifespan is not going to be as long as you want it to be. So that's important. I've done a ton of research on it. A ton. I've watched hundreds of videos, hundreds of testimonials of people that have it, and just different ideas, and just trying to piece everything together and figure out. There's a guy on YouTube that I checked out. He had severe sleep apnea like me, severe sleep apnea, and he lost 68 pounds, and he cured it just by losing weight. So there's some people out there that can cure your severe, just like I have, just by dropping weight, which is encouraging. If you're overweight and you have sleep apnea, man, do something about your life, man. Don't just do something about it. Don't let it get to you, man. Don't let it ruin your life like that. So if you have sleep apnea and you're overweight, the first thing you need to do is lose that weight. Take control of your life. Diet, for Christ's sake. Don't be a fat ass. Your body's telling you it can't live like that. I get it. We're not cavemen. We don't run every single day through the fields and hunt and gather. You know what I mean? And things are different nowadays. But hit the gym, diet. If that's the case, and then there's some people out there that are smaller that don't have weight issues, that it's an anatomy issue. Okay, those are the people that need to seek different therapies, and there's also another therapy that's out that's getting really popular. It's called Inspire. It's implant that goes into your in your chest muscle, I believe, and there's leads that go into your throat, and the electrical signals stimulate your tongue at night so that your tongue doesn't collapse, because that's what sleep apnea is. Obstructive is your tongue muscle relaxing against your windpipe, or closing off your air when you sleep, right in here, and it just kind of closes off. So CPAP blows air into your airways and lifts up your tongue, keeps your tongue lifted. Does it get every single one? Does it completely cure it? No, but it helps 100% to have it. So it's important. It's the gold standard. If you can tolerate CPAP therapy, wear it every night. Who cares if it looks weird or you're embarrassed by it? It's your life, you know. So it's changed mine. Like I said, good nights and bad nights. You know, it's a pain in the butt sometimes, but if it's the way that it helps you, and if it helps you out, do it. Try it. Discover. Learn some stuff. You know, it's your body. It's your lifespan. It's important. For me, you know, like I said on my previous video, I'm 6'1", 270 pounds. Could I lose 30 or 40 pounds? Absolutely. And I'm working on doing that. Changing your diet, taking vitamins, taking vitamin D. You know, eliminate drinking if you have a big drinking problem, because alcohol relaxes the muscle. And if you're drinking at night, alcohol will relax this muscle in here even more than if you were sober. So, you know, you gotta decide whether you want to live longer, or you want to just do whatever you want and make mistakes, make bad decisions. So, you know, that's my advice. Do something about it. And 6 months into therapy, I feel better. I have more energy to work every day, to take care of my family, to continue to have mostly a normal life. I'd say before therapy, I was at an E, you know what I mean, a D and E. Now with therapy, I'm at a B plus. You know, there's some days, you know, that I feel amazing, and there's some days where I know if I don't have a good night, I feel like crap. But for the most part, CPAP therapy has increased my energy, increased my attitude, increased everything by 100-fold. So get diagnosed, get therapy, use it, educate yourself, make the changes if you need to make changes. If you are overweight, lose it. Do something about it. You know, take action, fix your life, help yourself out. Sleep apnea is horrible to have. It sucks. And it can be reversed, it can be treated, and it can be cured. So don't listen to it can't be cured. Some people, it can't be cured because it's an anatomy thing, so they try surgery and they, you know, little implants and things like that. And sleep apnea research is young. It's only 50, 60 years old, you know, per se. So as technology gets better, hopefully in the future, in the next 15, 20 years maybe, or whatever, there might be a cure. They might figure out a way to completely cure it. But no pill is going to cure this disorder. There isn't a pill that, as far as I'm concerned, no pill. It's more of a action thing. You got to do something. You got to machine or you know, an implant or surgery or something like that. So you know, again, if these videos help anyone, feel free to ask questions. But you know, my 6 months into sleep apnea therapy has been successful, and it's helped me, and it's given me back my life, per se. So yeah, leave me a comment below if you have any questions. Let me know. And I mean, I'm going to continue to do more videos and update as we go. And good luck with your CPAP journey.